it's a gorgeous place to live. It's a beautiful place to grow up. Your kids are safe. You can,
right on.
You can walk along.
Tim, you're filibustering. I feel like I'm talking to Senator Orrin Hatch right now. I love you, Tim, but I got to take another call. Thanks for your passion. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay.
Bye-bye.
There he is. Tim can talk. Hey, you're on Talk Back with Sulak with Tim and Chris Sulak. Who's this?
This is Jessica.
Hey, Jessica, what's happening? A female voice. Thank you very much for calling.
Yeah, just to comment on the economic development in the area and why we aren't getting businesses that create jobs. What we really need is high-tech jobs, medical technology or medical device technology. And what's happening is that with the tax structure that Kulongoski's got in place, it's the highest, some of the highest in the nation, if not the highest corporate taxes. And what that's doing is what happened in California in the 90s is they drove businesses out of the state and there's no incentive for businesses to come into the state. And technology jobs are more recession-proof than what Oregon has had to offer to this point. And this is the problem. And I've talked to people that sit on boards that are responsible for bringing jobs in, and they said that's the problem they're having, is that when the governor of the state says, this is your tax structure, she says, we can't offer what other states can. So if we want to bring in those high-tech jobs that pay us decent wages, we need to get these people out of office and get people in there that will give policies that will create these things and not keep people in the office that won't.
Well, we have to elect the right leaders. Thanks for the call, Jessica. She's absolutely right. We've got to get leaders that are beholden to the people and not just the salmon. I mean, I love salmon. They're gorgeous. Biggest salmon run of I think in the last 20 years. I was hearing from a guy that's a big-time fisherman. But, let's take care of John and Jane Doe. I mean, these are the people that need to be taken care of. I mean, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but Jessica makes a good point. We've got to change the way we look at business. We lost that wind farm outside of Portland, went to Denver, Colorado.
Right.
And so,
I like salmon, too, with tartar sauce.
With tartar sauce. And on that note, we'll be right back with Talk Back with Sulak on News Talk 1110 KBND.
Now you can fly in a state-of-the-art helicopter during the morning traffic reports on KBND for only
Talk 1110 KBND.
We're trying to get it on, aren't we here? News Talk 1110 KBND. I mean in the mental way, Julia.
This is a family station now.
Absolutely. We're trying to get it on mentally.
Well, you're on.
And
Talk Back with Sulak. We're here, and we're getting it on. We're shaking it up. We're trying.
And we'll get callers on there if they call.
Absolutely. You can call us right here at 585-3542. This is Talk Back with Sulak. The first ever. Who knows if it'll be a second, but I'm having a good time during the first one. If we got John's in the tank, our news guy, John. You wanted to say something about the last segment there. We were talking about local and jobs, and we were running the gamut there. But you had another good point.
Certainly. A recent article came out in the Wall Street Journal, actually on the 20th of July, that's looked at the highest income tax rate in different countries and then breaking down each state and comparing them to the individual countries in the Western world. Well, topping out the list is Denmark at an effective 60% tax increase. Number 2 in the world, we're looking at Oregon with 57.54.
After Denmark.
Right after Denmark, we're ahead of Hawaii. Next up is Hawaii, New Jersey, New York, California, then Sweden, then Ohio, then Belgium. So actually Ohio's number 8. So we actually wound up moving to a place with a little higher taxes when we came out here, but I thought that went right in hand with what the caller was saying earlier.
I guess the People's Republic of Oregon isn't too far off. We're almost our own country. We're up there with Denmark. Well, that's good. Thanks for that, John. It's very telling.
Are we trying to make number 1 or what?
I think we'll be there any year now if we keep this up. Hey, I want to end on a good note because we've just got about 5 or 6 minutes. This is the first talk back with Sulak, and I promised my friend Ed that I'd do this. So just if you can humor me here for a minute. I went over to Ed Payne's house. He's a local guy here, Southwest Side, and he's in a band, or was in a band, called the Two Eds.
I know them.
And I was a drummer for them. I'm a part-time drummer, okay? So Ed and I go back about 8 or 9 years. And he was telling me that, just mentioned in passing, he was visiting his dad, and he was playing some old folks' homes and extended care facilities as a solo act, along with one other guy, I should say as a duo at this point. And they were in Cottage Grove where his 87-year-old father lives, okay? Jim Payne. And he's been married, I forget his wife's name. He's been married for like 60 years.
Mrs. Payne.
Mrs. Payne, yes. Anyways, the conversation kept rolling. We were talking, and he says, and I stick this $20 cassette in my dad's face, and he starts singing. And he's sitting there in his lazy boy, picture if you will, theater of the mind, in his Lazy Boy, just singing into this $20 tape recorder old songs. Well, Ed, his son, and another local guy, Clay Smith, who is a great jingle writer here. He does a lot of jingles for the Marty, the gal that does the jewelry store.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
Ice Fine Jewelry.
Ice Fine Jewelry. Writes all the jingles for that. Anyways, Clay got together with Ed, and they built a song around Jim Payne, 87-year-old Jim Payne, singing into a $20 cassette recorder. I've got it here. I promised that I'd play it on the air because if this thing takes off, this show, I'm going to have a feel-good story of the day. Which, you got to have one feel-good story every day because God knows there's enough,
especially right now,
bad stories out there.
Yeah.
So if I can cue this up, I'm going to put on, this is 87-year-old Jim Payne singing into a $20 cassette with accompanying music right here on Talk Back with Sulak. Let's try it right here.
You hit the play button.
Hit the play button. Here we go. Let's try this.
All day I face the barren waste without a drink of water.
Sounds like Johnny Cash.
Ooh, water. Old Ann and I with throats burned dry and souls a cry for water.
Isn't that amazing?
Ooh, clear water.
Water. The vibrato going and everything.
The nights are cool and I'm a fool. It's dark full of water. Ooh, water. And with the dawn I'll touch and yawn and carry on to where there's water.
Coming to you from an old folks home in Cottage Grove, Oregon, from his Lazy Boy. Who says you can't do something from your recliner?
That's right.
He's got the S's going too, suffering succotash S's. Isn't this charming?
He could do two shows a night.
I'm going to pot him down a little bit. I mean, we'll just play him in the background as we head out of here in the next couple minutes.
Cassettes available in the lobby.
I'm telling Ed last night, I go, your dad has a unique talent. I mean, he could be like the oldest #1 country artist of all time from the comfort of his own, he's still going, the comfort of his own Lazy Boy. And I just keep picturing ladies playing bingo like 20 feet away as he's singing in this $20 cassette recorder. And he's smoking a cigar, and he's just kind of humming along. And he created this music with the help of his son and Clay. And they made 3 songs, and I'm going to be marketing them on my own label, I think. Oh. Talk Back with Sulak. You can get these songs. I think he sounds great.
I think he sounds great.
I thought it was very charming.
It could be a cottage industry.
Hey, pun intended. Let's get a little more. Jim.
Just one thing more than water.
Support local.
Ooh, water.
Make local habit.
Like me, I guess he'd like to rest where there's no quest for water.
Well, what didn't we get to today, yes? Because I pot Jim Payne down. I had so much stuff going on, but as you know, you guys, this is the first show, and you tend to get caught up in the moment. I didn't get to my 15 seconds of fame. That's why I want listeners to call, plug a business, plug themselves, whatever it is. Maybe you have a unique talent. If we get an opportunity to do the show again, we'll try to enact that and make that happen. I wanted to do an Onion News minute. They have a hilarious minute of Onion News. You have the Onion?
Oh, yeah.
Onion.com, silly news, parodies,
funny.
satirical stuff. I'm going to pop this down a little more. I want to get that going. And then I want to get rant and raves from Craigslist. I want people to rant and rave about whatever they want here at 585-3542. And we'll just hopefully make this a regular happening, right?
Make it a regular habit.
Make this
habit.
Make Sulak habit.
Make Talk Back with Sulak habit. Yeah, maybe I do.
Make period Sulak period habit.
Make it habit.
All
right, that's it. We're done. We got this first one in the can. Thanks for listening. I want to thank Tim for being very vocal. Tim, you can call anytime you want. I love it. Thanks to Jessica and John from Los Angeles that were part of the show. And Martin, I think I got everybody.
And Sam from Tumalo.
And Sam from Tumalo and his plethora of cars. Until next time, this is Chris Sulak. This is Talk Back with Sulak on News Talk 1110 KBND.